Most of us bow down our head with reverence when we visit the temple. That's because we feel before us the presence of God. However, when we leave the temple, we release that divine consciousness as well. We need to make amends here and learn to live our entire day in that divine consciousness by practicing the presence of God. The Vedas inform us, Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya samanam vriksham parikhasvajate. There is a tree. Two birds are sitting on the tree. The first bird is busy eating the fruits. Sometimes it gets a sweet fruit, it is happy. Sometimes it tastes a bitter fruit and is miserable. The second bird is merely watching. It is a friend of the first bird, but it doesn't interfere. If the first bird either does a left about turn or a right about turn and faces its friend, all its miseries will cease. The first bird is the soul, that is us, in this tree which is the body. The second bird is the Supreme Soul, our Creator, God, who is also seated in the hearts of all living beings. God is noting our karmas. He is not interfering. If only we can bring Him back to our consciousness, we will then learn to live in the presence of God. Consider, for example, you go to office, you sit down for your work. Now, you are going to get engrossed, but for a moment, stop, recollect yourselves and think God is sitting in front. It's a fact. He is all pervading. He is Ghat Vasi, as we all accept. He is ever watching us. Besides, He is in the heart. Take Him out from there and make Him sit on the empty chair in front. Then begin your work. And as you get engrossed, it's natural you will forget about Him. But after an hour, again stop for a moment and recollect yourself. God is watching me. Hey, what had you started thinking? In this way, our consciousness, which had started slipping from the divine to the mundane, will again get elevated. Like this, keep practicing after every 1 hour, the presence of God. And when you have reached a certain level of consistency, increase it to every half hour and then to every 20 minutes. And slowly try and reach this point where you can always feel the presence of God with you. This practice doesn't need any japamala. It doesn't need any external ostentation. Now, if to remember God always, you were to take the rosary beads to your office, your friends would create anxiety for you. You've become a big Mahatma. Which Baba's lectures do you hear nowadays? But the sadhana, I am telling you, can be done quietly without revealing to anybody else. And its advantages, it will prevent you from doing wrong. How? Let's say a man is going to commit sin, thinking he is alone. His neighbor comes from behind and pats him on the back. "Arey bhai Ramesh, what are you doing here?" Ramesh sees Dinesh is around. He hides himself. "Oh no, I was feeling bored, I was just taking a walk." Seeing that he was not by himself, he desisted from sin. If we too can realize that we are not alone, our eternal Father is always with us, we will think many times before committing sin. So this is the sovereign recipe for fixing our consciousness. It is all a matter of practice. I like to give the example of cricket. When Virat Kohli descends on the field to bat, he surveys the fielding that has been set by the opposing captain. Because the cricket ball is going to cross the 22 yards in less than half a second. That is the speed of the fast bowler's bowling. There will not be sufficient time for the batsman to survey the field and then to bat. So he keeps 11 fielders in his mind when he stands at the crease. And when the ball comes, he hits it skillfully. The commentator is left screaming. He has pierced the field between mid-wicket and long on, and the ball is crossing the boundary for 4 runs. Now what did that cricketer do? He kept 11 fielders in his mind. If we can only learn to keep God with us, we will reach the state of JKYog that has been described in the Bhagavad Gita, and we'll find our consciousness is flying at the divine levels. So this is the practice I would like to suggest to you on the 7th day of the Life Transformation Challenge, and we shall continue from here in our journey for the remaining episodes.